conference will now be recorded.
Okay,
Right.
welcome everyone. I'd like to call this January 20th regular meeting of the Sylvania Board of Trustees to order at 5 p.m. Mr. Simcoe, please call the roll.
Yes. Mr. Mahoney.
Here.
Mr. Genoway. Here. Ms. Johnson.
Here,
Simcoe here.
please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Well, first on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the meeting of January 6th. Any comments or questions regarding the minutes? No changes. Okay. Should I have a motion? I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Second. Mr. Mahoney.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson. Ms. Johnson, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I meant to say Mr. Genoway. Oh, we got them both.
I wasn't taking the bite on that one.
Smart man. All right. Now we.
That was a yes too.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
both. Yeah, we both yes on it. Okay, good.
All right. Now we have hearing of the public agenda items only. And do we have,
Oliver said no one signed in.
okay, any comments from anyone? Okay. All right, seeing no one, we'll move on. Zoning Department, Mr. Grouse, please come forward.
Hi, Daryl.
Good evening.
Hi, Darren.
All I have this evening is the operations report that was sent in. Basically, any questions the board may have, I can try to answer.
Any? No?
No.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
All right.
Great, Daryl. Thanks, Daryl.
And then next we have Road and Service. Mr. Nash, could you come forward, please?
Good evening.
Hi, Rob.
Three resolutions tonight. First resolution 25-007. This is an annual event. We review the highway mileage, so accept the Ohio Department of Transportation provides the documentation for our mileage, and certification was in the courtroom in there for you to review and sign. Requesting that is an accurate depiction of our current mileage.
Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, I'd move to accept resolution 26-007.
Second. Mr. Mahoney.
Yes.
Mr. Genoway.
Yes.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Next resolution 26-008. This is authorization to purchase a Kubota Skidsteer. This is a budgeted item that we had reviewed and did all our due diligence. And this is through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Program. So the bidding process is done for us through them.
Questions, comments? Okay, I would move to then accept resolution 26-008. Purchase to.
Second.
Mr. Mahoney.
Yes.
Mr. Genoway.
Yes.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Last resolution 26-015. This is approve the plan and advertise for bid the 2026 Sylvania Township Resurfacing project. This project includes break crossings, Park Place, and some of Parklands area. This is a strictly mill and fill, real simple type of project.
How many miles is it, do you know?
Not off the top of my head, I should have had that. I think it's about.
That's okay.
I think it's about 2.6 miles
Okay.
of subdivision roads. Out of the, I think 6 miles will do.
The 2.6 is total for all those.
For this particular project.
Yes.
I think it might be a little bit more.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? All All right, we move to accept resolution 26-015 to approve the plan and advertise for bid for the Sylvania Township Resurfacing.
Small copy for your review.
Okay.
And the budget for it.
All right, thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes. All right, next we have Fire Department, Chief Nye or Assistant Chief Bennett.
Hi, Chief.
Good morning, good evening.
New Year. First time getting to see you. Tonight, bringing resolution number 26013 in front of you is a resolution to approve funding for services for Colliers Engineering. I believe Darla from Colliers is online as well. If there's any questions, I just want to give you a little background on this funding that's needed for this. We did meet recently. We finalized the plan for the training facility, training tower. So we had all the fine details worked out. There were some adjustments that needed to be made with that. Currently, with the changes that were made in the overall construction, we found that we were disrupting a little more than an acre than what we thought. We thought it was going to be an acre or less. It ended up being a little over the acre. Because of that, the SWIP had to be done, so that added some additional costs to that. We did have some additional design planning that went into this as well. We are working with the quarry to come up with a watershed contract with them. It's kind of been a unwritten handshake deal where our property just sheds the water into the quarry. They have no problem with it. Verbally, they told us they have no problem, but the Lucas County engineers would like to have something in writing with them. So as a contingent, they had, the Colliers had to insert a possibility contingent if we didn't get that SWIP or an approving of that contract, that they would have to do other ways of shedding our water. So that's included in part of this too. So they are, Colliers is going to also be working on finalizing the rest of the information needed to put out the bid, and then they'll help with creating that bid as well. So if you guys have any questions, I'm willing to try to answer them. And once again, Darla is supposed to be online, she could answer as well.
When is that project supposed to be completed?
So currently, even with the changes, we still seem to be on track for groundbreaking in the spring and hope to have it done by the fall of 26 for the career tech program to be able to utilize it.
Okay.
Great.
Any other questions, comments? Okay. Standing, I'd make a motion to accept resolution 26-013.
Second?
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes. Okay, next we have Administrator, Mr. Turner.
Well, okay, thank you. Good afternoon, trustees and fiscal officers and code. The first item is resolution 26-009. A resolution to accept a street lighting petition and set a date for a hearing. This is for 12 Lakes, Plat 13, across 174 through 191. This would set the hearing date for the February 17th regular meeting.
Okay. Any questions, comments? Make a motion to accept resolution 26-009.
Second?
Calling the roll, Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Next item is resolution 26-012. The resolution authorizes the renewal of Teladoc services. Typically, these services are received directly from Healthiest You. That arrangement expires on February 1st, and as Highland was researching renewal options, they identified an opportunity for savings to go through our current third-party administrator, Ally. This would be decreasing the proposed renewal cost, which would be $16,500, to a decrease to an estimated amount of about $6,000 contingent on the use of the plan. The Healthcare Committee has reviewed this and recommends approval, and is being presented to the board for concurrence this afternoon.
Do we track how much people use that or?
It is tracked. The information, I believe, is that for dermatology, the total number of visits, I believe, was on the order of 3 to 5 last year. So there are 3 different components. There's the medical, there's the dermatology, and there's the mental health. The mental health has not been used. I believe typically the EAP programs are used for any employees who'd like to use that. The Teladoc, there's not been a use of that. The dermatology might be 3 to 5 a year. The medical, I don't have that in front of me, but I believe it's over 30 to 35 a year. But I'd be glad to send that specific information.
That's okay, I'm just curious, because they do a great job mailing stuff, because I get it mailed to my house, and I'm like, but, okay.
Yeah.
Just curious who used it, and if it is getting used.
Sure, yeah, I'd be glad to send it out.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions,
No.
comments? Okay, I would move to accept resolution 26012.
Second.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes. Anything else?
No, thank you very much.
Okay,
Thanks, Oliver.
all right, Mr. Simko.
I think,
Were you going to present something on
Happy to. On
the funding of the outside agencies?
Yes.
Thank you.
So in front of the trustees is a resolution for the annual funding requests. This year, Sylvania Area Family Services has requested $20,000. This is the same amount that was approved by the board last January. Lucas County Soil and Water is requesting $1,500. This is the same amount from last year as well. Sylvania Arts is requesting $3,000, which is the same as last year. Sylvania Prevention Alliance, they are requesting, there are really 2 parts of this request, which is outlined in their application. The first is an increase from the $8,750 to $10,000 a year. That's for their general programming and services. They also, in the request, had requested $4,000 in opioid settlement funds, and that would be for supporting events. So there are 2 events, the Hot Cocoa Race and Relay Challenge, would be staffed by police and fire. We anticipate that for the staffing for the events, there'd be a charge from police. So when they submitted this, it was $4,000. And in discussing this with them, it's actually would be up to $2,500, so a decrease from the $4,000 that was requested. And then last, there is an application from Sylvania Area Chamber of Commerce. So this would technically be for the foundation. So Sylvania Area Chamber of Commerce is structured as a 501c6. The foundation is a 501c3, which would be the eligible entity for any funding that the board may approve. And that request is for $12,000.
Say that again, Oliver.
Yes. So Sylvania Area Chamber of Commerce is structured as a 501c6. Foundation, Sylvania Area Chamber of Commerce Foundation is structured as a 501c3. So under the applicable portion of the revised code, the foundation is the entity that's eligible to receive any funding that the board may approve. So, for example, Sylvania Area Family Services, Sylvania Arts, and Prevention Alliance are all 501c3. And that's what the statute refers to. And then Lucas County Soil and Water is a governmental entity. So just wanted the board to know that the structure was researched as we were going through this.
My understanding is this is the first request made by the chamber.
Correct.
So the Sylvania Area Prevention Alliance, just all full disclosure, I asked Oliver about this today. Did you find out, or did they get their grant? Is that?
Yes, so they were awarded, it's called a STOP grant. I believe it was for a period of 4 years, and that was a significant grant. That was at last I heard before today, this was on the deadline, the day of the deadline to submission. They called to let us know that the grant was rescinded. And in following up with Sylvania Prevention Alliance today, they did say that it was reinstated. So it sounds like as they were going through the federal process, it had been rescinded and then reinstated.
So what I was talking to Oliver, we have 200,000 in our opioid, or 180,000 in our opioid fund account that keeps renewing every year. We keep adding on to that. This would be pulled out of that fund, I'm assuming, are you assuming that to fund for Sylvania
Prevention.
Prevention, yeah, I keep calling SCAT, yeah.
So their request was modeled on previous years. So in the past, the $8,750 came from the general funds. I believe in 2024, there was an extra amount from the opioid funds, and that was for scanners, ID scanners, for ID checks. Under the One Ohio settlement, in theory, the entire amount, the entire award, if the board approves, for Sylvania Prevention Alliance can come from the opioid settlement funds because their activities center on prevention. There are a couple of eligible activities, but largely prevention.
So on the opioid settlement, is it a lot like some of our other funds? We have to spend the money or we lose it kind of thing? Is there a time frame on spending the opioid settlement monies?
There's not a time frame right now. The funds are supposed to be distributed for between 16 and 17 years.
So we've got money coming in for the next 16 or 17 years?
Yeah, I would say it's been 3 or 4 years so far. So we're just in the early phases of that. I do think as communities, as they continue to accrue these funds, I think there might be some kind of time frame for the funds to be used that's set up. But right now, there's no time period that the funds have to be spent.
And are we drawing down this opiate fund? It's kind of like would our police pull, don't we have a separate, like in the police, we have a separate fund for drugs. We've got we bought things over the years through that drug account right? Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So this is kind of a similar situation to that.
Yeah, there have been a couple of instances where the fire department has purchased equipment using opioid funds, which is intended to respond to any incidents in the field that occurred. This year, there's approximately $20,000 in supply that's been budgeted in opioid funds for fire department EMS type supplies. So we're projecting that the budget would begin, this current budget year would begin with over $188,000 and would be on track to have over $200,000 by the end of this fiscal year.
Any other questions or discussion?
I'm sorry. Oh,
Please.
what's the difference between what can the foundation do with the Chamber of Commerce? Is there a distinction between the day-to-day operations, which I would assume are not the 501c3?
Yes, I had a discussion with Director Bosch about that. If it is okay, I would defer to her to respond to that.
And while Mrs. Bosch is coming up, I'm on the board for the Sylvania Chamber, so I can't vote on this, but we'll have to put a separate, maybe we can do the resolution for the 6, 2, 4, 5, for the 5, and then a separate one, just as an FYI, Mrs. Chairman. Okay. Like Mrs. Johnson.
Go ahead.
Hi, thank you for having me tonight. So the difference between the chamber and our foundation, our chamber foundation was formed in 2022 to help find additional supports, something along the lines of the township to help our mission as a chamber to promote progress, expansion, and development of the Sylvania community, business community, and civic community. So it is all under my direction at this time. However, we do have 2 separate boards. Our chamber board, it has 24 board members as of 2026, and our chamber foundation has a separate 9 board members with a liaison in between. So it's not just me as the middle, someone who sits on both boards. So the foundation, in short, was formed to help the chamber really do the extra work of our mission and just being able to receive funds in different capacities.
Any other questions?
Sort of.
Okay. I will do my best.
Okay.
All right.
Well, should we start going down and each one and what we agree on and?
We can do that way. Yes, yes. Did you have something to say?
No, I was
Sure.
just preparing in case there are any other.
Okay. All right, so under resolution 26-014, we can go through approval and disapproval of each item, or,
Normally the boards just vote
Yes or
on
no?
all on one, and if they wanted to pull one out,
Okay.
consider that separately, we could do that rather than going down each one,
Okay,
because we don't
that's-
really have a resolution.
right, for each one, right? So do we want to pull one out?
Well, we got to pull the Sylvania Chamber out for Neil.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
Yep.
the Sylvania Prevention Alliance. I guess, do anybody have any concerns over the increased amounts or?
I would, if, it sounds terrible to say I would, but if we've got this opioid settlement for the next 17 years. You know, we're,
Right.
it's kind of like our drug money. We put it towards things that are good for the community, or we buy things, you know, so. I mean, if you, I'm open to whatever you two think. I don't.
I mean, I
If you have
wish
an
we
opinion of
could
it.
have more collaboration between our police and fire with SCAT. And I know they're very involved in things, but, you know, when we spend our money, it would be more on items that they're all working together on, you know, and I know they're all very involved in things of that nature, so I'm not too concerned, but,
So like Oliver, you brought up a good point. So they're asking 14, we're asking 14,000, right? They came back and said, hey, we got 2,500 towards this grant. So really the ask should be 12,500 instead of 14.
Right, that would be a revised. one.
Right. But the revised request isn't on there. It's showing 14.
Right.
But the revised request is 12,500.
correct,
okay.
correct.
And 4,000 of it is coming from the opioid, so we're at 8.5, which is consistent with last year.
We could take everything out of the opioid settlement if you wanted to.
That's correct, that would be through your budget, a future resolution.
Shift funds around, yeah. Okay. Okay, then let's vote on the top, everything but the chamber.
Okay, so
Okay, I'd make a motion to approve the asks of the organizations listed, taking out Chamber of Commerce
With the adjusted
With
of
adjusted.
the Sylvania Area
Alliance.
Prevention Alliance to 12.5.
Right.
Yes.
This is resolution 26-014.
Correct.
Okay, you made a motion,
Yes.
So I'll second it.
seconded, okay. Mr. Mahoney,
yes.
Mr. Genowine,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes. And then are we,
I guess we have another resolution. I don't know what the next number would be, but 26 something.
You figured that part out.
I believe it's resolution 26-016.
16?
16,
Okay.
okay. 016.
All right,
And that would encompass the chamber.
the chamber.
Yeah.
Correct. All right. I'd make a motion to accept resolution 26-016 for payment to the Chamber Foundation.
I'm not going to second it.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so then Neil can't, right?
No.
So, so we have a motion, but we don't have a second. And so the motion would then
Be
fail,
tabled
or
or table.
be tabled, I guess, when we move to table.
Yeah, that would be better because I
Okay.
want to find out more about it. And that's a large ask. That would be our second, largest donation. And again, I always thought going to the chamber events that it was rolling, and I know everybody needs more money, but I think at a time when our schools and our safety services are requiring more and more money, that I expect certain organizations to stand on their own. And I just want to find out more about this before I would go down that trail.
Do you want to make a motion then to table?
I'll make a motion to table.
Okay, I'll second.
Second, okay, and we'll call in the roll then, Mr. Mahoney.
Abstain.
Abstain.
Abstain, right. Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Simcoe.
Oh, fiscal officer. Well, we have our year-end numbers in, and I think you've all had opportunity to look at them, but I think our revenue, we've done well on our revenue, on our projections, and what it is for 2025 in each one of the funds. I think I would like to focus on, as you all do, on the expenditures and how are we doing on our expenditures. And I think we did very well this year. If you look at all the funds, they're all below, 88, 81, 95, and 96. So we're below what we projected to expend. And then so I think, it's important, I think, for us to know, and I mention this usually every year, but the department heads who are sitting here right now are the ones that direct their departments and how we're basically spending money and that. But they can't do it alone because they have staff that work with them and follow their direction and make sure that they're followed. And we have a very good working relationship, I think, with our department heads and our folks that work in their departments. And they just aren't there spending money just to spend it. If we don't need it, we budget it, but we don't need it, they don't spend it and that. And we don't, and in some places, in some entities, they then take the money away from them, they don't get it back. Well, if our departments decide they need it next year, and that they know they're going to get the money, the trustees are going to consider giving them the money. They don't forfeit the access to that money. And so I think, yes, in the fiscal department, we have a good staff that works hard, led by Emron and Vicky, and now Ruthie's in there and the others that are there. But I know that the departments, and I hope that at least from the fiscal officer's perspective, you would let your department folks know that we, and I know the trustees, I think, support them and feel that they're doing a very good job on staying within budget and communicating with you and communicating with Oliver and the trustees when necessary. So I don't have anything more to say about our year end, other than I think we've done well this year. And other than that, if there's a question, I have one resolution, and it's to make an appropriation from the unencumbered balance. And I think you've all seen this, basically what this is about. I think it's replacing the engine. We had a major breakdown and we have to get a new engine, and then we're putting a little bit additional money out there, a total of $125,000 for any other future major repairs. And so gotta keep that fire equipment running. And so I'll move resolution 26-011.
Okay, I'll
Or
second.
offer it.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah, okay.
And that's a now and then certificate,
No,
isn't
it's
it?
really not. No, it's not.
No?
No, it's just an appropriation from an unencumbered balance.
Okay. Second.
Any discussion?
I think we all read up on it quite a bit with,
Yeah.
the chiefs were sending out great information on that. So
There's
thank
been
you
a lot of
guys.
info that's come out on it, explaining and
Yeah.
analyzing where else,
What the
how
need
else
is.
they might go to fix this or deal with it. But ultimately, I think it comes to replace the engine.
I do have a stupid question with this. Are there parts that we can use that we can just store here that we might need, like a filter or, do they let us take any of the parts of the motor to use for future use?
Answer for that, but we can get you one.
I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah.
I do know that they weren't charging us before, so that may be part of it, they keep that for those reasons as well.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Okay,
You think we have a motion and a second? I'll call the roll. Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
yes.
That's all I have.
Okay, next on the agenda would be hearing of the public for non-agenda items. Do we have,
No one signed in.
No one signed in.
This is
as for
someone who's
executive?
going to be attending
Right.
the executive session.
Okay.
All right, so seeing none, We will make a motion to go into executive session at 5:30. And no action will be taken.
Who else is joining us?
Well, we have.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
have that. Who else will be, is, I did have that.
Isn't it on the sheet there?
Oh, here it is. Yes, thank you. I have my glasses on.
I forgot mine too, so I've been squinting.
All right. Joining us is in the executive session will be the elected officials, administrator, fire chief, assistant fire chief, and the EAP manager for fire, Chris Tefelsky.
Okay,
Yes.
but we got a motion.
And contract.
Oh, that's right. For negotiations and contract bargaining, collective bargaining.
John, you seconded it. And I'll call the roll. Mr. Mooney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that, to go out of executive session at 6:22. No action was taken.
Second.
Calling the roll. Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes. I'd also like to make a motion to adjourn our regular meeting at 6:22.
Second.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
All right, cool.